Okay, so in the last video, we saw the importance of us having a general formula. Okay, so we were looking for T100. We saw that it is very tedious. It's a lot of work to find T100 just by using the equation or just by using the common denominator. D is equals to Tn minus 1. Okay, so if you don't understand how do we get this formula, or if you really don't understand, I suggest you go and watch the first video, of which I'm going to link up here. So go and watch the first video and see how we got here. Okay, so actually we have to find the general term. Now there are certain steps. Now I have to tell you, there are a lot of steps to find it. So stick with me. I'm sure I'm going to make it simple. Stick with me. Okay, so I'm just going to clear some space here so that we end up with only the sequence. Okay, so step number 1. Okay, before we go to step number 1, you have to know that the general term of a arithmetic sequence, by the way, this is an arithmetic sequence. We're going to get more into the type of sequences later, or arithmetic patterns, or geometric, or or quadratic. So but the formula or the general term is in this form. Tn is d times n plus some constant. Now you might think, no, this is getting tense. Not getting tense. You know d. We know d. Okay. We know d as the difference. We know n as the position. We know t as the term. And this is something that you don't know, but I am telling you right now, it's a constant. Right? Constant meaning that, please do not confuse it. It's not constant difference. No, it's a constant. It's a number. It remains just a constant, right? Okay. So let's go. Let's continue. Step number 1. Find d. Find d. Oh, easy peasy. We know in our equation. Again, if you don't understand how do we get this equation, go back to the first video. Okay. So in our first video, we said, first few videos, we said d is equals to Tn, some term minus its previous term. We're going to take T3 and T2, right? So in the place of n, I'm going to put 3 minus 3 minus 1. Okay, so that will be T3 minus T2, right? And that is the same as 8 minus 5. What is 8 minus 5? I'm sure some of you got 4. Right. So I'm going to quickly rewrite our equation. Our equation is now Tn is equals to n plus c. Why do I leave some space here? Because I just got my value d as 3. Okay, I'm going to take this 3 and put it here, and then Tn is now 3 times n is 3n plus c. Okay, but we are not done. We are not done. We have to find C. Okay. Now, step number 2. Remember, step number 1, find D. Or find the difference. Step number 2, substitute T1 in Tn. Okay. Now, this may look very tedious or very, I don't know, confusing. Okay, they're telling you substitute T1, okay, T1 in Tn. Let me get some space here. I'm so sorry. In Tn and solve C. Okay. That is simple. I think it's simple. I'm still choosing the right color. Okay, I got it. Remember this. So they're saying we substitute first. What is T1? T1 is actually 2. What is Tn? Tn is equals to 3n plus c. They're saying take this T1, substitute in here. Okay, so actually I'm going to say T1 is the same as 3. No, I'm going to take this equation here. I'm going to say T, I open bracket, is the same as 3, I open bracket, plus C. Okay, hope you're following. Now, we're taking T1, right? Where there was n, we put 1. Where there was n, we put 1. N was here, I put 1. N was also here, I put 1. Okay? Therefore, T1 is the same as 3 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus C. Okay? But remember this. T1 is what? Oh, sorry about that. Let me continue here. Okay. T1 is equals to 3 plus C. Okay, so let's continue. Remember that T1 is 2. So where I see T1, I will put 2. Okay? I see T1 here. I put 2. Okay? Now, that will be 2 is equals to 3 plus C. Okay? Now, since I am looking for C and not 3 plus C, I am going to take 3 out of here. Meaning that I don't want this 3. I only want C in this side of the equation. No? I only want C. Okay? But to balance the equation, what I do on the right, oh, what I do on the right, I must also do on the left. 3 minus 3. 2 is positive, remember. Okay, so these are going to cancel off, right? And then 3 minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 is the same as C. C is equals to 1. Negative 1. Sorry about that. Now, you got your C as negative 1. you got your D as 3. Okay, so let's go ahead now and write the equation. The equation is Tn is equals to D is 3n minus 1. Right, now you found your term, your general term. I said to you there are many steps. I lied. It's only 2. First step, you find the difference. Second step, you substitute the first term and solve for C. Okay, if you do not understand what I just did, rewatch the video. It's free to do so. No one is going to, yeah. So let's test, is the term really working? Let's take T1 is equals to T1 3 1, because instead of n I put 1, so in here I must do the same. That will be 3 times 1 is 3 minus 1, that will be 2. Correct, T1 is 2. But we can't just be naive and trust it with only the first term. Let's test it again. T2 is equals to T2 2, right, is the same as 3 times 2 is 6 minus 1, and that's 5. Whoo, it's working. Right, so you can go ahead and test it with 3, and you should get 8. If you don't get 8, my bad, you should try again and again and again until you get 8. Okay, so in the next video, we are going to answer the question that was asked. Find T100. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video.